Super excited to be here and to have you guys. This is what we're gonna be sculpting up here. In this first episode, we're going to learn how to work with emotion as a guiding spark. And we're gonna learn how to make mistakes and how to use them in the creative process. And so what I'm gonna do in this kind of scenarios is usually I will start with the more powerful expression, with a more powerful part of the portrait, which leads the whole sculpture. So in this case, it's some kind of screaming. I had in mind this kind of idea. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just slicing the part of the base mesh, in a very crude, raw manner. You want to be very structural with your sculpture, so I'm carving in. Okay, you never want to paint your details in. What you want to do is basically carve in, subtract, add, and have this kind of clash of mass and structure. Always start with the action, with the spark, with something. You rarely have neutral expressions or neutral poses. That's what we do usually in visual effects or in the game industry when we need to provide animators or riggers with a base mesh or a character mesh. So they need to be very stiff and very neutral. But that's not what you want when you're expressing yourself, when you're making art. And this is what we're doing basically. We're trying to practice art making. What you want to do is find expression. So play with clay. And this is this is the whole purpose of the sculpting sessions. I want you to feel free. I want you to play and use what I'm doing as a guide and then go from there. So look at what I'm doing in this moment. I'm carving in a mouth structure. I'm not concerned in this moment with anatomical accuracy. Even if that's important to have, because that will give realism to your artwork. But what I need right now is basically the highlights. I want to have lights and shadows in the right spot. So I'm using light. I'm literally sculpting with light. Reinforcing the forehead structure, pushing down a bit more, compression. So push down the eyebrows and pull up the nostril, pull up the lips. We want to have this compression, this kind of screaming. And it sounds very esoteric, it sounds very mystical, but actually you need to feel all this stuff. You cannot convey a sense of emotion and strength in your sculpture. You cannot do that without literally feeling those emotions. And this is what I'm doing right now. And now I'm gonna go a bit crazy. I'm gonna create some sort of it's like it's an eyeliner. It's like a bit of makeup, but at the same time it's like it's tears coming down from the eyes. And now it's really, when you are at this phase of your piece, it's basically artistic freedom. I encourage you to experiment right now. You can use the same structure I'm using, use that as a reference, but now just go a bit crazy, and try to do your own version of this piece, or just copy that. Just copy this one, copy it once, copy it twice until you. And probably while you're copying the piece, while you're studying this exercise, you will come up with your own variation of it. And this is how you learn your own voice.